Ghana has done it again, as the Ghanaian government has announced the stress-free policy for tertiary educational students in Ghana. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama made this announcement, and this has made a lot of Ghanaian students, a lot of Ghanaian parents shout out for joy. But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. Normally, they usually say charity begins at home, but it looks like charity is not beginning at home in Nigeria, as the Nigerian president, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, went outside the country and promised many foreign international students scholarships to come to Nigeria to study. Meanwhile, we have millions of school dropouts in the country. Let's watch when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama made this declaration, and then we come back.
We were told 150,000 students have so far accessed the portal. And for those of you who have not accessed the portal, you better start doing so now. Out of this, 34,500 have been validated and are waiting payment. And out of that number, as at yesterday, 15,000 students had received their alerts for payment. This is just the beginning. And today, with our student educators, parents, and development partners, I'm pleased to declare the no-fee stress policy officially launched. Let it be known across this land that from today, no Ghanaian child will be denied entry into tertiary education simply because they cannot afford the academic fee.
You're welcome to my channel. I'm Delicious Army. Here I talk Ghana, Nigeria, and all the good stuff relating to them. The part that got my attention was where he said, let it be known that no Ghanaian student will be denied tertiary education because they cannot afford their tertiary fees. Indeed, Ghana got it right this time. I want us to watch this set of videos of this American man who gave in-depth analysis on the difference between the Western education and the African education, and then we come back.
African universities are far better than the Western world gives them credit for, with many of the top universities in Africa outcompeting their equivalents in the Western world. And I know how surprising that would sound to a Western educated person, so I had to demonstrate this point in a way that was completely objective. So I did a review of the math departments in two universities, the University of Ghana and the University of Lagos, which are two of the better universities on the continent of Africa. Now, if you think for a second that either of these universities are diploma mills or that they are easy, let me show you the curriculum that's required if you want an undergraduate mathematics degree from the University of Ghana. It's a lot. It's actually more than you'll typically find in a Western university. As far as the difficulty of the courses themselves, I've had the opportunity to review both the exams and the homework from these universities, and I can tell you that it is on par with what you would find in a good Western university. This doesn't surprise me because the typical African student is more serious than his Western counterpart. The typical African student is going to college because he's trying to make a better life for himself and for his family, whereas the typical Western student may just be going to college because their parents pressured them to do so, or because it's just something to do after high school. And that's why in the Western world, I think you see such an emphasis on football teams, partying, and everything except for the education itself. So why haven't African universities gotten more recognition? It really comes down to money. In the Western world, colleges have gotten away with charging undergraduate students $100,000, $200,000, or even $300,000 for a 4-year degree. And you better believe that they want that gravy train to continue. They don't want Western students to realize that they could get an African education that would be the equivalent or better without going into massive student debt. The reason university education in Africa is so important to me and should be so important to you is that we cannot reasonably expect Africa to develop if they were unable to educate the talent that's necessary for that development to occur in the short, mid, and long term. However, having reviewed the African higher education system, I can confidently say that they should have no trouble producing the necessary talent in engineering, mathematics, and other important fields to develop. But I want to know what you guys think. Have you gone to university in Africa? If so, what were your experiences and how did it compare to a Western education?
People they ask me say every time, talk about Nigeria and Ghana, which of them are more educated. When it comes to education, if they say make I talk my mind, I don't want to be biased. If they say make I talk my mind, I will tell you that Nigeria are more brilliant than Ghanaians. If you check the numbers of professors in Nigeria, check the numbers of Nigeria doctors who is working in America, you know, say Nigerian people they go school. I they tell you Nigeria, but you know say we have population, everything we will get, we must get and pass in terms of population because our population, like I said before, our professors, there are almost 1,000 professors in Nigeria. If they get, but just that we have different intonation when we speak English. But when it comes to smartness, we are smart. You know what to be smart? We are smart. And let me tell you now, you are using car like Corolla S. If your link spoil, the Ghana mechanic will tell you, say make sure you buy the Corolla link. But for Nigeria, person can use Peugeot link or CRV link. For Corolla, they go know how they go take do and they go work. For Ghana person will tell you, say make sure you get the correct pass. If you don't get it, they go tell you, say boss, you know be this one, go buy a different one. But Nigerian man go use like he go try make that thing work and he go work. You get for that smartness there we dey, but they use them in the wrong way most of time. I they tell you, most of the time when they talk say we are based in fraud, this and that. It's not easy to scam person. No, I not support fraud since I was born, but it's not easy to scam human being. Even if you do juju, it's not easy to scam human being. Today, you control person from America to send you money here in Ghana. It's not a child's play. No be juju, it be smart, IQ. So for that education aspect, Baba, if they put Nigeria and Ghana for competition, Nigeria will win. For competition of education, like you don't reach 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2. Smart kid, they share this video. For this one, then Nigeria will win.
That declaration was made from the Ghanaian president, lots of Nigerians had a lot of things to say. Just as you can see on your screen, Tinubu offers scholarships to St. Lucia and other Caribbean students. Yes, the president of Nigeria on the 1st of July 2025 made this statement public, where he, offered free scholarships to Caribbean students and telling them that, starting from next year, 2026, they can come to Nigeria to, have free education. This happened in a country where we have over 18 million Nigerian children out of school. Go to the streets of Nigeria, you will see a lot of young children who cannot further their education because they cannot pay the fees. Tertiary education system in this country is not cheap. It is not cheap, trust me. And in 2025, the Nigerian government is not looking for how to make tertiary education be available to every Nigerian. What they are doing is to go outside the country to tell foreign nationals that they can come into the country to study for free. Normally, they say charity begins at home, but I don't think charity is beginning at home in Nigeria. Now, compare what is happening in Ghana and what is happening in Nigeria when it comes to education. And tomorrow you will come out and call yourself the giant of Africa. I have said it here and I've always said it. A less educated population will continue to create menace. Yes. With this new policy that has been implemented by the Ghanaian president, it will furthermore educate the Ghanaian population. Right from time, the out-of-school students we have in Ghana are not that much. They are in a low number. But with this, it will encourage more of the Ghanaian children to further their education. Do not forget, Ghana has a high number of quality STEM schools. Now, imagine combining the STEM schools Ghanaians have already to this free, fee policy and the president just implemented. Tell me if the sky is even the starting point for Ghanaians. Tell me in the comment section. I want to know. I don't know the reason why the Nigerian government is not paying so much attention to the Nigerian education. They call us the leaders of tomorrow. But with the way the Nigerian government is behaving, are we really sure that the Nigerian youth are the leaders of tomorrow? But well, I'm not surprised, because if we have very old people ruling the country, then I believe that statement is kind of wrong. The youth are not the leaders of tomorrow. But in a country where we have over 200 million young people, go and check the top positions, from senators to House of Parliament to ministers to House of Rep. They are all elderly people. The youth have been, they have never given the youth the opportunity to even occupy any position. So we can now understand why they don't take education seriously. And it's really sad because the quality of education in this country is depreciating years after years. Either you're frustrated by the strikes that Nigerian schools are always going on, or the poor funding these universities are getting, or to you be frustrated with the increment in school fees. When I was in the university and the amount I paid as fees compared to what they are paying now, trust me, an average earner cannot attend tertiary education in this country again. The fees are not smiling with you, and I mean what I'm saying. Once more, congratulations to Ghana. You have done something that the Nigerian government have been finding hard to do. Even after 60 years, you guys have gotten it right this time. I'm Delicious Army. Here I talk Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, and all the good stuff relating to them. I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye bye.